So let's just take a look around. I don't wonder if I'm imagining that like this time for a Naig is kind of like the like if you've gone to college or university, if you're British, or pretty much anything but American, I think. I imagine it's kind of like college watchman. I imagine that these 4 days before classes start is kind of like when you like get down to campus if you're living away from home, obviously. You get down to campus like a week early or something like that, and the campus is kind of empty. There's 2 or 3 or 4 students kind of walking around and doing their thing, and you can see that the college administrators and teachers are getting things ready, but there's nobody actually, like, it feels like a ghost town, and that's kind of what this feels like to a Naig right now. She's expecting that come Monday, you know, she'll meet her fellow students, and she'll learn, you know, just what it is that she can expect from this program here at the school. Hello.
Let me give you a bit of advice. You want to work on something that's not officially allowed? Don't tell anyone you're doing it. You need something you're not officially supposed to have? You come see me. You tell anyone that I told you.
Whoa.
I'll fry you from the inside out.
You are an accomplished mage, sir.
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off limits.
Yeah, why are you talking about that?
Purposely killing your fellow college members is a bad idea.
I would think so.
Against it. Theft and assault can get you into trouble as well. As for research, well, a sufficient explanation will cover almost anything. If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that off of college ground.
Not really something that I plan on doing. So I installed, at the suggestion of a commenter actually, the Immersive College of Winterhold mod, which adds a bunch of cool little details like this thing here. Obviously, this wasn't in the vanilla game. Not really something that you'd think that the college would have here, but from the, you know, perspective of, hey, we need, you know, if you're going to live in the college, you need some place where you can do smithing if that's what your character does. So it's kind of cool. Now, what I like about this is this thing. Because if you remember in the DLC Hearthfire, when you build your own house and you can put the forge and everything down in your basement, there's no... It bugged me when I first played it. I'm like, there's no exhaust here. There's no windows. There's no like exhaust chimney or anything like that. You would suffocate down there. You know, there's no place for the smoke to go from the fire. And here they've installed it. Now it's Dwemer, so that seems a little weird that you'd have that in the college. Maybe some college wizards found it in a Dwemer ruin and brought it here to use for this purpose. I'm willing to forgive that it's Dwemer because I really just like that they gave it that kind of thought. That's pretty cool. Erender? Don't get too cozy, man. We don't know anybody here yet. Yeah, look at all these cool little details that are added. The book details various advanced magical techniques. Cool. Ooh, check it out. Chessboard. Hey, Erender, you want to play a quick round of chess? Let's see if we can tell. Looks like I can't tell what's what here. Maybe if I stand up right over it. Looks like we've got Falmer rooks. We have Chaurus pawns. Argonian knights? Is that what that is? Frost Atronak bishops. The dragon priest is the king, I think, and the dragon is the queen. Is that right? Those are? I think so. Very cool. Nice. Oh. Whoa, check out this library. Activate scroll shelf. These materials are being used for study. I'd better not touch them. Ah. Very prudent, Dawnguard. Well done. Okay, that's the Hall of Attainment then. Very neat. Yeah, Dawnguard likes this dormitory much better than the one for the students at the Bard's College that was rather dank
Mara,
and
protect
depressing.
us both.
It could do with more windows, I guess, but, you know, given that we're in Winterhold and windows up here would be cloudy and dark most days of the year anyway. Hall of Countenance. This must be the professor's dorm.
Mara, protect us both.
No.
Let's hear it.
Oop, okay, sorry. Ooh, wonder whose room this is. Ooh, skill book. Art of War Magic 2. Is this book in the vanilla game? I don't remember this book. I think it's an added thing. Look at the little square there where there's supposed to be an apostrophe on the left page there. They added a skill book. That's pretty neat. We won't take it because it's in somebody else's room, but we'll remember that it's there because it would be really cool to come actually like read it. Activate plaque. Plaque outlines the importance of stance and position relative to the sun when executing advanced destruction forms. Does it? Ooh, look at that! A feast! Excuse me. Wow. Okay, well, we're loaded on food, but it's good to know that there's more here if we ever need it. I will take the dried elves here, though, because I know that that is a magica ingredient. Arender, this isn't your room. Activate plaque. Plaque demonstrates the gestures and incantations required for creating complex illusions. Ooh, skills. Plaque proposes a novel combination of markings and invocations for more permanent summonings. Huh. Hello.
If you require assistance with summoning techniques, please.
Ah, you must be the
let me
conjuration
know.
professor?
If you would, please also contain your summons to the college grounds. The locals do not need to be agitated further by Atronachs roaming their town.
I will
The summoning
agree
of
with
undead
you.
is even less advisable outside the college.
We don't deal with undead. Do you have many conjurers going outside the college?
Not within society, no. Many who practice within the school of conjuration do so on their own, secretly. Phalion is the only one I know who is public about what he does.
Phalion, yeah.
He was once my teacher here, but left the college years
Oh,
ago.
I didn't realize Phalion was from the college. Why did he leave? I mean, I know what he's doing in Morthal now. Is that why he left?
He didn't like the Archmage.
Oh.
Hated dealing with him. Hated having to answer to him.
Hmm.
Phalion said he hated what this place was becoming, so he just left. Aron found a note on his desk, and that was it.
Wow.
I understand he settled down in Hjalmarch, and his presence there caused something of a problem.
Yeah, he's not well liked, but it seems like he's there for the right reasons. I take it the college is very anti-necromancy?
I sure know. Those archaic policies died out with the Mages Guild, and were never enforced here.
Really?
Necromancy, as any other type of magic, is a tool to be used. Of course, non-mages may not see it that way, so we don't go around flaunting it.
That's news to Anaig, and I don't know that she likes that news, but beggars can't be choosers at this point. Okay. Well, maybe, maybe that doesn't reflect the actual opinion of the college. Maybe that's just this professor's opinion. I'm guessing that you probably have some things that we could trade.
Take a look.
What does Anaig have that she could sell? College boots don't really do anything for me. Robes of Destruction. We should switch to the Robes of Destruction. Because the Robes of Restoration, we rarely use Restoration. So, we'll switch. Novice Hood. You can have the Novice Hood. I'm happy with my black fur regenerative hood. I know that 6% is nothing, but I could use the 30 magicka, I know, but it's also, this is not as warm as this one too. And we are in a very, very cold climate right now, so sell that. Oh, I guess that'd be kind of weird if we just changed right here in front of him. May I check out this skill book? You wrote this book. Wow. Neat. Oh,
There are
a published
few places
author.
where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
Sorrow of Mara. An esoteric piece of artwork by an unknown religious scholar. Oh. Neat. I'm digging this mod, man. This is great. Okay, wait. Which way did we come in? Forget which rooms we've seen and which ones we haven't. Was it lunchtime? Oh my god, it's nighttime, practically. Okay, well, we're gonna need to eat then. Okay, let's check out the top floor here. We'll go back to our room. We'll get some food in us. The sun's pouring in. This is a nice room. Shrine of Julianos. I don't think that the owner of this room would mind if we said a quick little prayer. Great. Oh. Oh, what's this? Activate concentrated soul essence. Whoa! What the hell? Okay, maybe we need to be more careful what we touch, huh? Did that do anything to us? It didn't like give us any effects or anything, did it? On the orbs of Winterhold. Chanting increased. Now I wonder, in retrospect, I wonder if I should have not just, Whoa! What? The hell? Orbs that where do they teleport you to? 3 years ago, at the time of writing, 8 teleportation orbs were unearthed from the midden beneath the College of Winterhold during excavation of Dunmer ruins. They were unearthed from the midden excavating there were Dunmer ruins under the college? Tests using rats tied to soul gems confirmed that the orbs were still active even after decades, if not centuries, of neglect. Rats had initially been used due to their abundance in the midden, but these were later switched to rabbits to limit the spread of disease at the destinations at the insistence of the Master of Restoration, Colette Marantz. Nature of the orbs. As far as can be told without destroying the orbs, each targets a different hold of Skyrim. Only certain soul gems work with certain orbs with the magnitude of the soul proportionate to the distance of the destination from Winterhold. As with all teleportation devices, the orbs are either one-way, materializing targets at an enchanted dais, or twinned, with the target materializing at the other twin. It seems unlikely that these orbs are twinned, as we have yet to observe anyone materialize here in the college. Therefore, it is most likely that the teleportation is strictly one way and the mages of old returned by other means. However, twinning cannot be ruled out due to the unlikelihood of anyone approaching an orb whilst holding a soul of the correct magnitude, because the twins may have merely been destroyed because of the enchantments protecting the college from such a penetration. That is several crazy long sentences. The curator of the Arcanium, Ureg Groshub, infers an age of roughly 2.5 centuries from the metalwork. The orbs thus date from a time when Winterhold was a seat of not only magical but political, military, and financial power in Skyrim. The establishment of either a target dais or a twin orb within each hold, therefore, would not have been difficult to negotiate. Present considerations. The discovery of these orbs comes at a time of both great political tension and also great magical resentment in Skyrim. No kidding. Not only in the wake of the Oblivion Crisis at the closing of the Third Era, but also the Great War of 4 Era 171 to 175, and specifically, in Winterhold, the Great Collapse of 4E 122. Whilst neither members of the college or the Longhouse now travel in mainstream political circles, it would be prudent to quickly isolate any target orb or conceal any dais so as not to be seen as developing methods of penetrating hold cities. I would therefore appeal to the Archmage to allow either a willing participant or member of the college to use the orbs under my supervision with the intent of either returning orbs to the college or concealing the dais. If political machinations are not considered part of the college's milieu, then I would remind the Archmage that isolation of the targets is not only in the interest of hold security, but also college security. Should there exist twin orbs and the protective enchantments be penetrated during a time of vulnerability, for example during lightning storms... How long is this? Okay, we're almost done. The barriers may become overloaded and dissipate permanently, with colossal expenditures of time, energy, and resources required to restore them. Final words. These orbs are the masterpieces of enchanting masters of old. The knowledge required to create such devices was likely lost in the Great Collapse, or has died out with time. Indeed, the last report of a functional twin teleportation system was released by the Arcane University at the Imperial City in 3E 422, and only after many unsuccessful trials during which some participants were only partially teleported. Ugh. The opportunity to study functional versions of such feats of magic therefore cannot be cast aside. To prevent misuse in the meantime, the orbs have been moved to the Hall of Countenance for protection and charmed to prevent junior members of the college as well as non-college members from interfering with them. Huh. I hope you guys will forgive me for reading that whole book right there. I didn't plan on doing any reading, but I was really curious to see what the hell the deal is here. Must reach a higher rank before you can use this. I imagine that there's a quest related to this. You either find the dais or you find the twinned orbs or something. Book details various advanced magical techniques. Got it. Floating soul gem. Activate note. Note contains recent experimental observations, most of them illegible. Lights are kind of glitching out here. Ugh! What the? He wasn't kidding about the necromancy thing. What the hell is this? Book details, okay. They have it in some kind of stasis, obviously, but why? That's... Oh, Anag doesn't like that. She can understand, like, the anatomical representations. But having an actual... I mean, I guess maybe they're studying the Draugr, but that seems dangerous. In your dormitory, essentially. Like, ooh, man. Ugh. Okay. Oh. Oh. Butterfly wing. Blue butterfly wings seem to improve the execution of conjuration spells, whilst those from monarch butterflies exhibit healing properties. We know that already. The anatomy of a spriggan is roughly humanoid, however they appear to lack both internal and reproductive organs. None have ever been observed eating, and their source of sustenance remains unknown. Study is hindered by... something. Shrine of Kinrith over there, but that doesn't really interest us. Tea set. Traditional Dunmer tea set of ebony with silver filigree. Just by looking at this sculpture's stable form, you begin to feel calmer. Akaviri relic. Huh. Very cool. I like it. Telvanni construction. Alchemy increase. Colette merits. We won't read this one. That's pretty cool, though. We may come back and ask the professors if we can borrow these books and read them, because it'll probably be a while before we get back to Solitude to buy more books from Carrick Oswin. So, are you checking out the books?
On some very important research,
Oh,
I assure
I thought you were Erender. Hello.
The exact nature of my research is a secret, I'm afraid, but it really is quite valuable.
Secret, huh? Okay, well we won't.
All right then.
We won't intrude. The shelf is filled with exotic ingredients and substances ready for experimentation.
Protect us both.
Creep cluster, greater loads, increased susceptibility to magic. Yeah, we'll come. I mean, we probably know most of that stuff anyway, but we'll come read it some other time. Ooh, a Dwemer room. Take hammer. Ooh. I don't know that Anag's seen much Dwemer stuff prior to this. I don't believe she has. Oh. College of Winterhold cape. We have that book already. We probably won't wear that cape, but it would be kind of cool to own. Make some capes. Doesn't really do anything for us, though. Yeah, maybe a knight can finally do her weaving that she's wanted to do. Let's check out the top floor, the roof, rather.